Holy shit.
Hi guys, happy Holi! This month I want to share with you my experience celebrating the Festival of Colors in New Delhi. You've probably heard about the Holi Festival, and I know it's celebrated in the US and probably all over the world, but it's specific to India because it's a Hindu festival and it falls usually in the February or March because it coincides with the start of spring, and it lines up and the date is determined based on the phases of the moon and this sort of thing. It's a 2-day festival that marks the beginning of spring and celebrates the triumph of good over evil, and I am in no way an expert, but I thought it might be nice for me to share with you a little bit about what Holi means, because we've all heard of, like, throwing the colored paint and the powder and the water, but like, what is Holi? So I thought this might be important for me to share with you. A general summary is that the first day of the festival is marked by big burning bonfires, usually in the city center or the town center, that are supposed to remember the Lord Vishnu defeating the evil demon Holika, who basically tortured his son for not denouncing Lord Vishnu and for insisting that he was all powerful and this sort of thing. So eventually Vishnu appeared in the demon's palace and killed him, and by burning him. So these fires are meant to remember this and celebrate the triumph of the good god Vishnu over the evil demon. So then on the second day, that is when the color comes out, and I've seen a bunch of different things about the origin of the color throwing, but one that I like the most is that God Krishna, who is a incarnation of Vishnu, painted his Radha's face, who was his sort of lover or companion, female friend, and apparently Lord Krishna, whose skin is blue, felt uncomfortable and was very aware of the fact that their skins were different colors, which is a whole other dynamic in India. And because of this, he painted Radha's face blue so that they would match. And that's why we celebrate by painting each other's faces with this colored powder and throwing water during the second day of the festival. But basically, this is also just a show of, the new colors of spring and love and friendliness and neighborliness that sort of just abounds on this day. So my Holi experience was amazing. I was so impressed by the acceptance and love and enthusiasm that I saw everywhere I went. I sort of walked out of my flat not really sure what to expect, whether I would be included or not, and my entire neighborhood was playing Holi, and it was insane. People were throwing buckets of water from the balconies. I was running through the streets to get to the my neighbor's house, and I was completely soaked by the time I made it 2 blocks. It was mischievous, but it was all good-hearted and fun and neighborly, and it was just so cute to see, really everyone from small children to old men throwing water and painting each other's faces. And I was so touched. My first, actually experience with sharing color was this young girl who was probably 12, very timidly came up to me and said, can I paint your face? And I said yes, and she so gently brushed my cheeks with I think she had purple color, and just said, like, so lovingly, "Happy Holi," and I painted her cheeks, and it was just so sweet, and I was really just taken aback by just the love and friendship that I felt in that moment. And so then I got a tuk-tuk because I was going to another neighborhood to play Holi with one of my friends from work, and the tuk-tuk driver was so funny. He was telling us all about the holiday and telling us things. Oh, make sure you try the kulfi today. Make sure you spread your color on everyone. Like, don't be afraid just because you look different. And it was really sweet. At one point, he stopped the tuk-tuk to get out and hug one of his friends and wish him a happy Holi. And then he ran and got me some water balloons, and people were throwing water balloons and squirting water guns out of their cars on the street. And already the streets of Delhi are insane. So this just added like a whole other element that was so unexpected but so fun. So I'm throwing water balloons out of the tuk-tuk trying to get, hit people. And I don't know how these people practice, but their aim was so good. They could throw it into the moving tuk-tuk to completely soak me with a water balloon. I don't know how they do it, but it was absolutely wild. And walking through the streets is just unreal. People are throwing water balloons from the balconies, throwing color like across the street. And so then we went into the neighborhood center and everyone was dancing. There was people playing, little kids. There's this drink that they make called bang. And, all the time yelling like, happy Holi, how are you? And it was just so fun. Not one person was clean, and it didn't matter that you were a stranger. It didn't matter that I was foreign. Today it was Holi, and today is a day to celebrate, to spread love and joy about the upcoming spring, and celebrate. Just it was a complete embodiment of what a celebration is and should be. And so then we went into the neighborhood center and everyone was dancing. There was people playing, little kids, just the most lovely festival of color that I could have ever imagined. So as always, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions or want to let me know how you celebrated Holi back in the States or elsewhere, please do that. And I would like to thank you all, as always, for your continued support and love. I feel it every day. I'm so impressed, and I'm so thankful for the friendships that I made before I left, who make this easier and just more fun in the long run. So I hope you're all doing well. I miss you, I love you, and I'll see you next time.